Hi. I wanted to share something with you guys, which is I was I was resting, which means for my ADHD brain, yeah, kind of scrolling. And while I was scrolling, I was watching a reading by a psychic medium. And usually what she speaks describes me, like she's pretty much on point most of the time. Therefore, I don't think much because I just know she has to say something which I definitely can resonate with. So yeah, why not listening to her, right? And as I said, resting for my ADHD mind is like always doing something, and in that case, I was scrolling. Anyways, she was again describing me and my recent breakthroughs and all. I was listening, and after the reading, it was like such a profound, what do you call it, realization. Which is I just don't have to like everyone. And I never allowed myself like going deep with this kind of thought in my mind, because I was trained to be a people pleaser in my whole life, and that was my my biggest learning. Which you can do with children, right? You can program their mind with whatever your values are as a parent, whatever you think to be true, and then for the rest of their life, if they don't allow themselves to be conscious about it, they're probably living your life, which was meant to be lived by you, not for the next generation, if you know what I mean. And it was such a unique realization for me after I was listening, and which is like, as I said, she was describing my life, which I'm doing or changing in my life with setting boundaries and yeah, these kind of things. And it was like so simple but so freeing for my soul, and I was just saying it loud with myself. Wow, can you believe that you don't have to like everyone, but you can still have love and compassion for everyone, right? And this is so beautiful, and you don't owe no one any explanation for that. Why you don't like someone's energy, or why you decided to set boundaries, or why you decided to not to be connected with someone, right? You don't need to explain anyone. It's like it's also something new for me, what I am doing. And I also have to constantly remind myself that it is okay to be perceived wrong. People has their free will to discern who they choose to be, or who they like, or who they don't want to like. It doesn't matter. And just let them perceive you in any way or form they wanted to, right? And it is so free, not having to try to be liked, to be people pleasing, because this is the only identity we used to know. I know that was also no coincidence. That was universal's way to confirm you were doing good, and this is what your progress looks like. And I know you know it, but I also want you to know through this vessel, the person who was reading this message, or was having this channeled message, right? And yeah, it was like I still tend to overthink about it, even though I sense pretty quick that I don't like someone's energy, and I try to explain it in my mind first, and try to, as if I would I would like to explain the person that it has nothing to do with you, or it doesn't have a lot to do with you, but more with me, because this is who am I allowing myself to be, and this is my truest nature. I just allowing myself to be this version of myself who I always wanted to be, but younger selves were choosing not to be because she didn't want to be confronted with any kind of conflicts, or not to be liked, or what if I set boundaries, what if it does mean to the person, you know. She was making herself responsible, like 10 steps ahead for the person, how the person is going to feel, and the person has its own consciousness to discern what the person want to learn from the situation or doesn't want to learn, right? It actually not, it has never been her job to think about it, but she was like always this overthinking person, because that's all she had learned through her family, through her mother more specifically. It's also because our father wasn't really very involved in that parenting, you know. Therefore, it was her, my mother, that was responsible for most likely the whole parenting. And yeah, she did what she thought is true, and she did what she thought is the best for us and for me. However, I still tend to think too much about something or try to explain in my mind, you know, I to the person already, you know. It's not about you, it's more likely it's more about me, and I don't hate you. It's just I can feel you are not aligned with my energy, or not everyone is meant for everyone. And yeah, and I was thinking, oh my god, like I needed 31 years to realize this, that I don't have to like everybody. And this is for someone who is also trained to be a, you know, people pleaser. And if it's you, I hope you realize it sooner. It doesn't matter, because everyone is on their own divine timing. At what age, it doesn't matter. It was just on, yeah, I still tend to think like that, and this is still me, and I am probably not going to be the same person in I don't know, in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks, and that's totally fine, because we are here to experience this elevation, you know. You're constantly elevating, and this is great. There is no regret. I mean, a little bit regret, of course, inside, otherwise I wouldn't say. It took me 31 years, you know. There is definitely, I am still grieving, and which is fine. I am absolutely fine with it, and I know you're not going to grieve all of your lives, you know. You learn and you close the chapter and you go to the next chapter with more ease and more grace, and that's how life is, and that's how it was supposed to be. And wherever you are in your journey, I am so proud of you, and I hope it sparks something within you. I know I am pretty much a mess while speaking, because I lose the points I actually wanted to share. But who cares? This is how it is. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, or you have had a great day. Okay, bye.